that at the end of last session, so you might want to put that concentrate marker on me. I cast that when we entered the camp. I'm going to stroll over to here.
Take a shot. Okay. Excuse me. 21 to hit. Yeah, 21 certainly hits. Let's see. Now,
16.
What is your
fire damage?
Right. What is your ability say that gets rid of immunities?
I ignore immunities entirely, and I treat immunity as resistance.
Okay, so he does have resistance to the fire damage, but not sort of immunity. Excuse me. Fantastic. So that would be 13 plus 4, or 13... No.
It's basically 16.
13 plus 3.
Plus.
Yeah. So 16 points of fire damage, halved to 8. And then, because you hit it with a melee attack, it's going to deal 5 points of fire damage back at you.
I forget, is having rounding up or rounding down?
Rounding down. So you would take 2 points total.
Give me.
Yes, sir. 2 points. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, that is my action and my bonus action.
Cool. David.
David's gonna massy step over here. And then, let's see here. Can I do this? Yeah. Cast a lightning bolt to where he doesn't hit Xanathar, but hits the giant and the zombie.
I don't think you can do that, but let's find out. So, beam, snap to center, 5 foot, start from yourself. Yeah. From where you are, I don't think there's a way that you're going to be able to do that.
It's just barely.
Yeah.
Pain.
You could hold your action until Xanathar goes and moves out of the way.
Okay.
So you can hold
my action. Yep.
Okay, so that'll be concentration check for you if you get hit, holding your lightning bolt until Xanathar moves out of the way of it. Sounds good. Next up is the one that just the chance just attacked. He is going to well, he doesn't know how summoner effects work. He's going to go here. He's going to take a breath and breathe fire into your face. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. Did I set this up correctly? Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, easily avoided. Okay.
The second one is for concentrate.
Yeah, so it's a 4 points of fire damage. And
is that 4 before my resistance, or?
Well, Fuego also needs to roll to see who actually takes the damage. If he succeeds, then it's just 4. Yeah, so just 4 points of damage.
9 on that, so it'd be 9 cut in half for passing the save, and then half again for resistance.
Right, so then it'd be 2. Yes. He's a zombie, he's got no brains. That would be his turn. I'm going to mark that he did his breath weapon attack already. there. Okay. Next up is Fuego.
Nom nom.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Now how much of this is fire each time? There's a 2 and a 3. So 1s each time. -2 from whatever this is. Or no, he's immune to fire from Fuego. I don't think that extends to Fuego himself. I think that's just for you. So...
Should extend to him, but if it don't, okay. That's something to talk about later point.
It's your... Unless the ability says, and your Eidolon.
Well, it does. You're right, he is immune. I'm just saying, like, that is... I'm just saying, like, there might be something we're talking about later, because it's a subclass feature.
Right. What I'm asking you to do is ping the subclass feature so I can read it.
Yeah, I'm telling you he is immune, because it is just me, but I genuinely think it should be.
Yeah, spells that deal damage at the type creatures normally. Yeah, okay. So it's not spells, it's bite attack. Okay. That's fine. So 9 and 4 is 13, and 11 and 4 is 15. So for 28 points of damage. And
I'll just tick off the energy attack damage.
He's also immune to poison. So just 20 points of damage.
Venom as well.
Yeah, just 20 points of damage. It's still a big chunk you did to him. And then Fuego takes 6, and then 1, so 7 points of fire damage total from both attacks.
How much was it again?
7.
Each?
Well, the first one was 6, the second one was 1. Okay. Cool. Next up, Xenivore.
Moves out of the way.
Okay. Then your lightning bolt goes off.
One moment.
Go
I'll
ahead
let
and
go
roll that
for
for me.
my lightning bolts. 17. Low roll. Wow, that's a shitty roll.
21 and a 14. Well, the zombie fails, but the giant actually succeeds on the saving throw, believe it or not.
Huh.
So, giant takes 8 points of lightning damage. And the zombie takes the full 17.
Xenivore's gonna strike twice with his new toy.
Sure. Fantastic. Okay, so the 22 definitely hits. That's 14 points of damage, which is enough to drop it to 0, which means that it drops to 1 instead. And it bursts, like its skin explodes, and it transforms into raw energy instead of dying.
What's cold damage?
And it is now immune to damage until the end of its next turn.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So, it is now in energy form, which I will do as...
Why are you doing this?
This is so bull.
Can I talk or can I not talk? I don't know.
You can talk.
I don't know.
Xenivore, can you get near the giant?
Sure.
I kind of my master wishes.
Why not? Why fuck now?
Okay.
Let's see.
Well,
5.
if he does that, my held action goes off.
I think so. Hold on. 5. 20. Yeah,
He does it.
yeah, go ahead.
He did.
Okay. And it's just I don't know what I would roll it as because it just says an attack with dex and proficiency. So.
Oh, let me read it.
Yeah, here, let me ping.
So, do you have a ranged attack? Do you have like your bow or something?
Yeah, I've got that.
Is it a +1 bow or a normal bow?
I've got a normal short bow. So
roll that,
yeah.
and we'll use that as the attack roll.
Okay, sounds good. But it should be at advantage because I've got a team member next to the giant.
Is that what the item says?
No, I'm just saying an attack roll. Attack rolls are attack rolls not made at advantage if you have a team member next to.
We're not doing
No.
flanking.
Oh.
Like, number one, you're not in the right position for flanking, and number two, we're not doing flanking.
Ah.
So, normal roll.
Okay. Well, here goes.
That'll certainly hit.
Okay.
Now it is. What does it say when it hits the thing? Gonna restrain it, I'm assuming. Restrained until you take a bonus action to speak the command word to release it.
Yeah, but he can make one attempt to do a DC 20 strength roll, which will destroy the item. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see on his turn whether or not that happens. But for now, he is restrained. Okay.
Restrained and immune to freaking. Meh.
Well, the giant's not immune that you know of. It's this guy that is turned into pure energy that is now immune to all damage. Speaking of that guy, he has turned into pure energy, and he's going to rush the closest thing to him, which is Valerian.
But I don't like the sound of that.
He's going to try and hit you. Probably not going to work. Yeah, a 10 to hit doesn't work.
No.
It runs up, misses you. You just, like, basically just sidestep out of the way, and then it face plants into the sand and dies and goes away. Boop. At the end of his turn. Next up is this guy in the back. He's going to run. Let's see. 30 feet to there. And he's going to fire breath Xenivore. So I need Xenivore to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie.
It's a success. So that would be 8 points of fire damage to Xenivore.
Would is the fire breath in a cone? Would it also hit something else that's next to Xenivore?
It would if he wasn't immune to fire damage.
Oh, okay. That's no.
Everything here is gonna be immune to fire damage. It's just the fact that I specifically can bypass that. Still hit them.
Yes. Okay. Now, big guy's turn. He is currently restrained, and he's gonna not like that very much. So he's gonna try and break out of it. Is it just a straight strength check that the item says, or is it an athletics check?
I believe so. Straight strength. Let me double check here.
Can use an action to make a DC 20 strength check.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's see if he does
And that's it. And if it fails, yeah, any further attempts will automatically fail until 24 hours have elapsed. But again, if it succeeds...
it failed. It rolled a 9. So he is
Nope.
permanently restrained in that spot.
Bondaged.
Does it say he has to make an action to do it? I'm assuming it does.
I believe so. Thought that's what it said.
Use an action to make a thing. Yes. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
his turn. Valerian, you're up next.
Oh, he's restrained. That's a fucking music to my ear.
Yeah. All attacks to hit him have advantage if they're melee attacks. Actually, I think if it's any attack at this point.
I'm just going to start off with this with a bang. I'm gonna cast this FF up.
Oh my.
Sure. So you gotta move up to melee with him to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And whenever you're ready, go ahead and do your damage. Do your attack roll.
I pressed the button, but it's not working. Roll 20 is optimized, damn it.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, 25 will certainly hit. Sure. So that is 24 points of damage.
Yep. If he resists, then I ignore it.
He is resistant, yes, but that doesn't matter. So 24 points of damage, and then you take damage as well for touching his hot body.
Nice.
3 points of damage. 3
I
points of
like
fire
to use a
damage.
react. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. 3's fine.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Sounds good. Final Ashwalker is going to run up to Shoxy and do his thing. Breathing fire. She succeeds. He rolled a little bit high. So that's 8 points of damage to Cat Lady. And he has used his thing, and that is his turn. Lemmy, from your perch.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Well, I guess with where I am, I could try to. Yeah, let's try that. All right.
The final countdown.
Mm-hmm.
Ba-da-bow, bow.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'm going to attempt to. Yeah, I'm just going to attempt to cast slow, and let's see. It looks like I should be able to fit 3 of them in it. So like the giant, for what that's not really worth, and these 2 Ashwalkers here. So I'm just gonna try to center it right here, and I think that should get all of them. But let me do the shape. So make sure I got it right. Square, snap to corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Oh, not like that. How do I... No, it should be snapped to... Why is it doing that? I don't know.
You have to measure origin corner.
Measure origin... Huh. Yeah, it's on there, so I don't know why it's doing that. Alright. Corner. Here we go. Alright. And then... Yeah, because it's 40-foot cube, so... Yeah. Yep, I guess that'll work. So, just like that. I don't know if that's pinging out, but...
Sure.
Yeah, from there, and that should...
I think I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah, that should include the giant and those 2 Ashwalkers, and I think that's all I can really do, so... Okay. I'm just gonna do that, and they've got to... Here, I'll just ping it, so...
I think it's a wisdom save, right?
Yep, wisdom save against my DC, which is 17. Yeah. And I don't know if it'll particularly make a difference on the giant or not, but...
He succeeded, so we'll never know.
He
The other
saved,
2 failed, though.
so-
They were slowed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and let's see. And I guess while I'm moving around, yeah, I'm 60 feet up, so I am going to just move myself. Like, can't think of a reason not to at the moment, so I'm just gonna move myself. Let's go over here. So here, I'll just do a line. Sorry. Mine. All right. Where? Line. All right. I'll just do. Yeah, I'll just do 30 feet. There seems like a pretty good idea. Yeah, I'll just go over to here. So yeah, I'll just do that there. So, all right, cool. And about to there, and let's see, that's 30. So, I think I'll just end turn. Yep, that's good.
Okay.
So,
Ishwalkers. This guy can only go a certain amount. But 15 feet's enough to get him there. It should let him fire breath, you guys. Yep. So Xenivore and Falarian Constitution saving throws.
Neat.
Xenivore.
Constitution saving throw for what, may I ask?
No.
Ooh.
If it's for holding concentration, I have advantage. That's what I'm asking.
Roll the damage for it. There you go. Oh, so that's 2 failures. So 12 points of fire damage to each of you.
Okay, that's spicy.
And then, yes, I do need the concentration check on... Yeah, that's fine.
That meets it.
Oh, you needed a 10. Which is just fine. Okay, cool. That's his turn. Next up is Chance. Actually, he's going to use the last 5 feet of movement to threaten Xenivore. Then Chance.
I'm gonna stab this guy again.
Sure. His skin melts away and he becomes pure energy.
I did not like that. Not like that at all.
The flesh around this energy form just turns to ash and blows away. And then you take damage because you hit him. 3 points of fire damage reduced to 1. Anything else?
No.
Alright. Speaking of, it is his final turn.
Hold on. I took damage. I need... Yeah.
Does not get his breath back. So he's just going to try and punch you. It's a 6 to hit, so that doesn't hit. At the end of his turn, he dies. The energy dissipates and he dies. David.
See the gimmick here. Okay.
Davidson can't do a second level curse by himself. Because he can't really do anything. Second level. Aha. 15.
Just gonna heal yourself. Sounds good. Alright. Any movement from you?
Continue hiding behind this tent.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. Fuego. Yep, both of those hit. And you take 6 and 1. This is the exact same roll as last time. 6 fire damage and then 1 fire damage. And this thing takes 13 points of piercing. Okay. Next up is Xenivore.
He's going to shank the fuck out of this man.
Take your shots, you have advantage. Yep, both those will hit. Pull up his sheet. I think he has immunity to cold, does he? Nope. Okay. So that is 8 points, followed by 15 points, giving him a total of 23. So he takes 23 points of damage. And then you take 3 points of fire damage. Roll a 1 and a 2 on a d10.
That ends my turn.
Cool. This Ashwalker needs to see if he gets his breath back. He does not. He's going to take a step and try and punch Xenivore. $14 to hit, I'm assuming doesn't.
Nope.
Moving on to the Fire Giant. He is currently restrained, so all his attacks have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. He's going to use Crimson Rays. He opens his mouth, and from his eyes and his mouth, like several beams of fire begin to rake across the sand in front of him. Go ahead and do a cone. 30 foot should just get chance. And I think I can get Xenivore too if I angle it right.
Nope.
Oh,
No, it looks like you'd have to pick one.
let me see. I forget where its origin is. Should be like there. Yeah, probably have to pick one. Unless you can get this way. No, that wouldn't hit anybody. Yeah, we'll just do this. So we'll get Valerian and Chance. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
Not advantage, but still 14.
Okay. And
That's a fail. That's a 6.
I'd like to use a reaction.
to do.
Cast a spell.
Which spell? Oh yeah, sure. First time you take damage from those. Yeah, cool. That's fine. So 31 points of damage was the total. So halved for both of you is 15 points of fire damage. And you are both on fire.
I still have the fire blade.
Yep, that is the save. Do I have an on fire symbol? I guess that'll work. You are concentrating on fire.
We did not start the fire.
Nope.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, so at the start of each of your turns, you will take damage until you use an action to put the fire out, and you cannot regain hit points until you do.
What kind of bullshit is this?
Some necrotic fire bullshit. That'll be his turn. He can't do anything else. Assassin, or Shuxi, as we like to call her. She's going to take her attacks on this guy. And after her turn, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. First one. 12 just hits. Funnily enough. Only 4 points of piercing damage. Followed by 6 points of piercing damage. And she takes 7 points of fire. I like to roll 6 and 1s, apparently. Okay, now I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. Valerian, you're on deck, so think about your turn. Okay, I'm back.
Here's an idea.
Action, I'm going to shut off the fire on me.
Okay.
Bonus action, Misty, step the fuck away.
GTFO.
Run on! Bamf away!
Okay,
That's my turn.
sounds good. Ashwalker on Shuxi. See if he gets his breath back. He does. With that in mind, he's going to back up, so attacks of opportunity if you want.
Ooh.
That's fine. Between those two, he dies and turns into energy. and then he's going to use his breath thing one more time before he dies. So, that is Constitution saving throws from Fuego and from Shoxy.
I was just saying those from who?
Fuego and Shoxy.
Fail.
Success. So, 10 points of fire damage, and then Shoxy takes half that, so 5. Now, does he die on his next turn? At the end of the Ice Walker's next turn is destroyed. So it's still in energy form at the end of its turn, and it will die after its next turn. Alright, Lemmy, you're up.
Okay. From where I am, can I see Xenivore?
Yes.
I'm 60
I'll say yes.
I'm 60 feet up, so I mean.
Yeah, he's like
Or no,
he's partially covered by the lip of the tent thing there.
but I can still see him enough to target him with something if I wanted to, right?
Depends on what the target is.
Okay.
I mean, if you're trying to shoot him with an arrow, you'll have a harder time.
No, I was just going to attempt to cast a spell on him, right there.
Which spell?
There.
Vortex. Okay.
I will attempt to vortex warp him from where he is here, which is, let's see. Yeah, about 35.
Looks like he's out of your range. You have to move closer.
Wait. Vortex warp is 90 feet.
Yes. You're 60 feet in the air.
Okay.
Move
So
a
all I
little
have
bit
to
closer, and then you can do it.
Okay. So just like there.
Dagger in theory,
And-
baby.
Alright, so let's see if that...
That should be.
Yeah, that's 30. That's 30, so...
Yeah, that's
Alright,
right.
I should be able to...
Where's he going?
And... Let's see... And to an unoccupied point that I can see within range. Let's see.
Must be on the surface or in a liquid. So basically, any point within 30 feet of you is fine.
Any point within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, because he has to be on a surface, so it's limited to the ground, basically. Unless you want to go like on this tower here, then that might be a little bit better. A little bit more leeway.
Or let's see. Hold on. Let me stretch. Line.
Do it from center, not from corner.
Oh, from center. Oh, sorry. Snap to center. Okay. So I could put him over there.
Sure.
That might not be a bad idea. He'd be standing on top of the tent, but that's a surface. So,
Technically speaking, yeah.
far as I know, it supports his weight. So, all right.
We can see about that.
Yeah.
Where am I going?
Okay.
Right there.
The plan is to put you up over here. So,
Okay.
Now, Xenivore can either
well-
fall through the tent, or he can use his fly speed to stay up there.
Fly speed.
Okay.
okay, and let's see. And I guess with so I've used 5 move speed, so I can use more. And I'll just do it to go over here, I guess. All right. Fine. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go to there. So go to this space here. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Just using the rest of my move speed and dash to go to here. So. All right.
Sounds good.
And again, I'm still 60 feet up. So. That's my turn. So.
This guy's gonna dash to
turn.
get a chance and call his turn there. And Chance is up. Chance. Also, sorry, by the way, Valerian, 9 points of fire damage from the last turn. You take it at the start of your turn before you put the fire out. Chance, you take 1.
If it was start of my turn, that means my thing, absorb element still would have been enough. I would have only taken half.
Yeah, that's fine. So 4 points of fire. I need a concentration for vampiric touch as well from that. Excuse me. Yeah, you're fine.
Because these schmucks are on their own, and so, Limestone was nice enough to move Xenomorph out of the way.
Mm-hmm. We do a lightning bolt.
Because I would get all three of them, wouldn't I?
Maybe not. Change it to beam. No, you get one or the other, but not both. You get either the fire giant or the other guy.
But the lightning bolt damage the thing, the magic item restraining the giant.
I mean,
Doesn't-
does it have hit points is the question.
It doesn't say anything about that. No. Here, I'll ping it, or I'll try to ping it or paste it over. I guess.
No, I have it up
Can I
already. I have it up
All
just on my sideboard, just ready to go.
Yeah.
It does not say it has hit points, so I'm going to say no.
It's magic.
But up,
I am
but
gonna
up,
cast.
up.
I'm gonna cast lightning bolt, hitting both of these guys.
Okay.
I don't think the giant can. I think the giant auto fails gets restrained, right?
I
He's
believe
got
so.
disadvantage on deck saves, so technically,
Double check slow for me as well.
well, he's not slowed, but yeah,
For the ash guy.
The Zambambos are.
yeah, but for slow, yeah, they've got a -2 on deck saves. Both of
No,
the
that 8 fire. That's not fair.
Disadvantage
the
on
ash
dex
walkers and yep, no reactions. Yeah, -2 to deck saves and AC. So
saves. Okay. So whatever this is, -2. 16. Which is just enough to fail. And then big guy. What's disadvantage? 3. Natural 1. There's going to be a lot of damage here.
It's
33.
33.
Pretty good. The zombie in front of you, who has not been touched up to this point, immediately dies. Goes to 1. Goes into
Into
energy
the-
form. And then big guy takes 33 points of lightning damage. It's a decent chunk of his remaining hit points. All right. Anything else? For what it's worth, there's a bunch of stuff that's in the tent that wasn't on fire that is now on fire.
Oh god, the loot!
Excuse me.
Fairly certain if what we think attacked this place, there's nothing of value here left to take.
We don't know that.
We'll have to see. David, you're up next. David.
I am looking for more. Fucking chromatic orb, I choose you. Fuck it. 4th level chromatic orb
Okay. Against who?
against the giant.
Okay. This will begin with the range. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. Yeah, sure. Fucking acid damage sounds like is what we're going with.
Yeah.
Alright. 31 points of acid damage. 16 just hits.
Just pair this, you filthy casual.
I can't, I'm restrained.
It's fucking exactly.
Alright, anything else?
Nope.
Cool. Fuego.
Thing's an energy being right now, so I don't care.
Uh, 17 will hit for 5. Does this thing have... Yeah, immunity to poison still. 5 points of piercing. Sounds good. It's like barbecued roadkill. That's what he tastes when he bites into this fire giant. It's undead. Okay, perfect. And then Xenovor's up next after that. Look at that, the Eidolons go together now. The summoners and the Eidolons go together.
Question.
Answer.
Are these things actually here?
The ballista bolts? Sure.
Then we're gonna grab a ballista bolt and start rising above the giants
Okay.
using a dash action.
It's a big thing. I will say you can move at half speed with it.
Okay. So that'd be 15 feet to grab it. That's now 30.
You can basically, if you move 15 feet to go grab it, you can pick it up, but you can't move for the rest of the turn.
Grabbing is an action?
No, I mean, well, if you want to spend your action to dash, then you can move another 15 feet up, if you want. Or 15 feet.
15 feet up. 15 feet.
Well, you want to
15
go
feet up.
15 feet straight up, or do you want to go 10 feet up and 5 feet over?
5 feet up, I guess.
Okay. So we'll go 10 and 5.
There we go. Then Xenovor's turn.
Okay. Sounds good. This is the last, the last Ash guy. Oh, he got his fucking flame breath back. Excellent. Well, we know what we're gonna do with that. He's gonna take over there and then breathe on Fuego real quick. I need a con save.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to turn on to take a leave in. But there we go.
Well, you know what? It's probably fine. It's a success either way. 4 points of fire damage reduced to 2. And I need a con save for concentration. Okay, yeah, you're fine. That's his turn. Giant's turn. See if he gets his fucking cool shit back. Oh, God, he does. Fantastic. Hey, beams of fire. Let's do that. Crimson Rays. 30-foot cone? Yes, 30-foot cone. 30-foot. Just can't get Valerian. Just can't get him. But you still also can't get Shoxy. Well, it looks like he's only targeting you with it. So, congratulations. I need dexterity saving throws.
Chance already failed, so I'm not going to bother rolling for Fuego.
Okay. 29 fire damage. Reduced to 14 points of fire damage from your resistance. And you continue to be on fire. Although also, Fuego is now also on fire. So hit with that.
Oh, then I actually need to roll for Fuego, then.
Yes. Probably a good idea. Yeah, still failure. Fuego is now also on fire. That's his turn. He can't do anything else. Shoxy is going to dart across the sand here. Get up next to the fire giant. And take 2 shots with the short sword. She hits, she gets sneak attack. 13, 18. Well, the 18 hits. So that's 9 piercing plus 4d6 for sneak attack. 7, 10, 11, 15. 15 points additional. So that is 24 points of damage total to this guy. Should have rolled advantage, but that's fine. She hit it. Okay. Valerian.
I am going to walk up to that son of a bitch. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to channel divinity. Touch of death. And I'll be using that from my spellcasting focus.
Sure. Do you have to use it? You don't have to use it beforehand, right? You use it when you hit.
It's a little bit heavy on that because so I just declare beforehand.
Well, what does it say? When you hit a creature with a melee attack. So you have to hit it first.
Well, don't forget that's an advantage.
'Tis an advantage, yes. 'Tis forever an advantage. Yeah, 30 is fine. 30 is just fine. Well, that's unfortunate
wow.
damage, but you need to do the
That's
additional damage. Which is, what, you guys are level 9, so 5 plus 18 is 23 points on top of that. So 11 and 23 is 34.
Yep, and I heal half of that.
Yeah, so 17. Or, yeah, 17. Hey, it has less than 34 hit points remaining, so it dies.
Oh,
It also turn into an energy being like these other fuckers.
No. This one just dies. But you get to tell me how it dies, because it's the big enemy on the board.
I'm gonna do the most comical way. I'm going to swipe at his ankle so he falls down.
Okay.
Then I said, then he just crumbles to the dust. That's it.
You just flick his ankle, and like the statue in Hercules, he just cracks spread up his body, and he just turns into dust.
See, you get it.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
He gone. Cool,
Now,
cool.
this guy's immune to everything again, isn't he?
No, he hasn't been touched yet.
Oh, thank God. Third level fucking spiritual weapon.
Sure.
Not at advantage, so 24.
Well, it still hits. He's still slowed, so.
Ignore the 23.
Yeah, 13 points of force damage is just fine. Okay. Let me grab Scythe. I don't think it matters. I think we just say it stays there because I don't think it's going anywhere. But
We'll
just for
put it out just to be safe.
yeah, just for the aesthetic.
Right here.
Okay. This guy, he is pure energy at the moment. Let's see if he gets his breath back. Nope. 30 feet? Oh, that's all he can do to run up to Shoxy and try and punch her before he dies. Nope. And he's gone. Alright, let me...
Okay. Let's see. Well, I guess from where I am. All right. So I'm 60 feet up. So can I go over to here? I guess. I don't know. Let me mark it. This spot here.
Probably. Depends on, like, what elevation. You can stay at the same elevation?
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's 30 over to there. And
when you pick up your token, as you're holding the token to move it, right click and you can do a measurement tool.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 30 to there. Or let's just do there, I guess. And that's good. And let's see.
But this guy is underneath the tent, so you know where he is.
Yeah.
So I'll give you
Yeah, I
that
can't-
much. But if you're gonna try and hit him,
I-
it's a disadvantage.
No, I can't see him. So, and I'm still 60 feet up. So, let's see. I guess I can dash and use 30 feet of movement to go halfway down from my perch. I don't know how tall the top of the tent is, but I'm assuming it's less than 30 feet tall, so I'm still a little above it.
Yeah, you'd be about 10 feet above the tent. But
10 feet above the top of the tent.
Yeah, we'll say
Okay.
30 feet in the air
Being summoned by
total.
bot.
Yep. 10 feet above a 20-foot tall tent. That's me in turn.
All right. This guy, Pure Energy Man, see if he gets his breath weapon back for chance. He does not. He's going to try and punch you. 18 to hit. It's the best they've rolled on that so far.
Healed. He misses.
Okay, well, he dead. He disappears in a cloud of smoke.
Chance just gives him like an unimpressed look at as the fist hits the shield spell.
He punches the shield, and the shock from you casting the shield in front of yourself transforms the rest of his energy into mist, and it just dissipates into the air. All right, you're up. There's one guy left with 18 HP. Please, for the love of God, fucking kill him.
Yeah. Oh, do I still take the? Am I still burning if the giant's dead?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, if you haven't put out the fire, then yes. 9 points of fire reduced to 4.
Oh yeah, just doing this while he's on fire. Love it now.
You are still on fire. Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, that's an N1 on the flame day. That's nice.
I'm gonna try and punch you. Haha! 18 to hit.
Wait. Whoa. Is he using a reaction? Because he's slowed.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. I was so excited to punch you with this guy.
Sorry.
I forgot about it. No, that's fine. That's funny though.
Snail fail.
All right. Well, that's a failure on everyone's account. David.
Let's see here. Who's still alive?
It's just one zombie over here in the corner under the tent.
Behold, I present the ultimate answer. A 5th level chromatic orb.
Oh,
What damage are we doing?
Acid. White cold.
it's on fire. It's cold. Like, yeah, cold will probably do something. Like, shit.
Okay, fine, I'll do cold.
Look, I just want to see what happens if we hit with a lot of cold damage. Okay.
Okay, fine, I'll do cold.
No, you won't. Hilarious. All right. Any movement from you?
There's middle finger of the gods entered.
Okay. It's turn of
Wait.
Fuego's turn.
Wait, is that taking the -2 AC into account?
It doesn't matter. It's a natural one.
Okay.
Natural ones always miss no matter what with an attack roll. All right. Fuego at the top of his turn takes 3 points of fire damage, reduced to 1. And then it's his turn.
Fuego is going. Well, roll the fire damage.
I did. You just got you rolled a 3, so it's reduced to 1 because you're resistant. Great. Okay, so between those two, it'll finally die. You do take damage from hitting it. So that is 5 and 2, which is reduced to
2 and 1.
Yeah, 2 and 1 respectively, so 3 points total extra fire damage from those two. But that does pop its skin open and leave it at 1. in energy form for now.
He's in. Move back. It's slowed. It can't take attacks opportunity though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not immune to like spells and shit at that point. It's immune to all damage and being grappled or restrained, but nothing else. Okay. Xenivore.
Dodge action. He can't do anything.
Okay. The one final guy. Let's see if he gets his breath weapon back. Nope. He's gonna try to punch someone. Probably the last person that attacked him with the fire blade. Because why not? He doesn't like fire. He was killed by fire. He doesn't want anything to do with fire. He's gonna try and punch the person who has fire. Natural 20.
Wow.
This guy is vengeful. Alright. Well, that's 11 points of bludgeoning damage, followed by 11 points of fire damage, reduced to 5. So 16 points of damage total.
To go unconscious. Pull him out.
Did he actually knock you out or no?
No, but I'm gonna take damage at the start of my turn.
Yeah, unless someone puts you out. Well, I mean, you have multiple people whose turns are after you.
Oh yeah. Also, why is the giant still on initiative when it's dead?
I just left it on there. I didn't bother deleting it. I didn't delete his body, that's why. His body's still holding the initiative count. Anyway, at the end of this guy's turn, he dies. And that's the end of combat.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume someone puts me out before it goes back. Puts
Yeah.
us out before it goes back around our turn.
Shuxy will run over and take a discarded piece of non-smoldering tent and put you out.
I assume someone else does the same thing before we go. So.
Yeah, someone will do that before you go, I'm assuming. Okay, cool. No, that's a little, no, we're not doing that. Why not? Okay. So, as the combat subsides and the camp continues to burn to the ground around you, what would you like to do? For the record, Shoxy begins to go into any of the tents that aren't burning and rummage around for supplies.
Goes David.
I'll probably attempt to use, just because it looks big and important, I'll probably attempt to use prestidigitation to put flames out, at least on the big tent. So, I guess I could shout at the other party members if they feel like it's a good use of their time to do that. Maybe there's something left, maybe there isn't, but might be a good use of time. So.
Presto is mainly used for putting out candles. With a fire this big, I don't think.
I thought it was up to a campfire.
I mean, even then, the fire is so big on the big tent that it's going to spread before you get a chance to put it out completely.
Well, I guess I could try looking for something inside a tent that's actively on fire. So
you could put out one of the smaller tents and then search it.
But is the big tent completely engulfed? There's not like a corner of it I can go into and look around?
No, I mean that thing is going to burn to the ground. You could try and sift through the ashes afterward if you wait a bit, but it's going down.
Yeah, that might be better. So, all right.
Unless someone
in that case,
blesses the rains down in Africa and calls down a control weather on this thing, it's probably going to burn to the ground.
We don't do that here.
I don't think anybody has that.
If only we had Star Cow, he could probably cast like create destroy water.
Yeah.
Yep. All I got is move earth, and that's not really any use with all this sand around. So.
Tidal.
Yes.
No, that would actually work. Sand is used in putting out fire.
That is true.
Oh.
It has to stay to smother the fire. That's the problem.
Or just uplift the fucking tent and move it over so we could just check the interior.
It's a pretty big tent.
Like literally, just cast just cast like that spell, move earth, and just throw a bunch of sand on it. We can clear it out later.
Hey, I got a crazy idea that probably won't work. The tent is considered one object, right?
I mean, yes, but it's a big object.
Okay. Let me check here. see if this is a possibility. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's see what this does. All right.
Are you shrinking the tent so we can cover it with sand better?
Yes, that. Yes, smaller.
That's funny.
Smaller tent. Smaller
Wait,
tent.
I have an idea.
Smaller tent means use less sand.
I have an idea. Wait.
Wait. What? Why? Wait. All right. All right. I'll hold on.
Silver pulls out the frost brand,
Oh.
and it just uses an ability to smother all non-magical flames.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I forgot that it did that. I thought it was just cool.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, the fires on the big tent
Alright.
will go out then.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I won't bother wasting a spell on making it smaller with that potential idea. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll probably just move over to, I guess maybe this small tent over here. So yeah, this guy here, and just attempt to use Presto to put out the smaller fire that's on that tent. So
Sure.
okay. And then
Fires
if I
are gone.
can, yeah, if I can, I'm going to attempt to kind of move up the line around this way and do the same. So like here and here. So, and if somebody else wants to do stuff like searching the tents, great. But I'm going to be busy, kind of making sure they don't have to look somewhere on fire. So
But once the
Yep.
big tent's cleared, I'll check that first.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm just going to busy with myself with going around putting out fires. If I have to be, flying to do it, okay. But whatever.
Actually,
So-
hold on. Before we
uh,
start just searching the place, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't this like this camp like Shaxy's friends or something?
Yes.
Yeah, just make sure I remember that. Shaxy, would you like to look for personal effects?
She walks over with, she's dragging a crate on a tarp. She moved a crate onto a tarp, just dragging it through the sand. Drags it out here and says, "I've gathered what I can. Unfortunately, it seems that much of this is burning to the ground. I don't know what we can salvage. I was hoping to find something that my friend was working on, but I don't know if he finished it before he died." She sees that the big tent is at least put out. She's going to go rummaging around in here for stuff.
Same, David.
Anyone who's
Good
searching
go.
things, make me a investigation check, please.
Whoever is doing it, I give guidance. I just came back. Hi.
I'm still busy putting out fires on smaller tents if I can. So
Your choice
take it.
is David, Shaxi, or Chance.
I have a
Or
plus
Lemmy. Sorry,
9.
Lemmy's also.
I have a plus 9 in investigation. So
Oh, plus 5.
yeah, I'm busy extinguishing as far as I know. So
Who's your target for? Oh, I guess we're doing Chance.
oh, okay, that's 14.
That's fine. 14 is fine. We got a 12 from David. Shaxi's gonna roll hers.
here.
Why am I blanking? +1. Okay. Cool. Investigation check from all three of you, right? That's the only three I'm moving. Okay, cool. So Shaxi, unfortunately, she seems frustrated, like she's not finding the thing that she looked for. David, as you're kind of searching through this big tent area, you do find a cloak of elven kind in a crate that has not burned down to the ground yet.
Ooh.
Magic items are notoriously more resilient than mundane stuff, so good chance basically anything magic here survived.
Oh, yeah.
It is specifically a cloak of elven kind that is patterned for desert wear. Not exactly a forest elf thing.
Are you saying it wouldn't work outside the desert?
I'm just saying that's what it looks like. It's the same functionality as a Cloak of Elvenkind. It's just patterned for like a desert aesthetic.
Alright, so it just looks different. Got it.
As you kind of hold it up, Shoxy looks over and says, "Ah, that's it. That is what I wanted."
Oh. Here you go.
Did I find anything with that 14? Or...
With the 14, yes. So you find two things. You find two vials of liquid. One of them seems more viscous than the other. One is a crystal vial of red liquid, and the other is I believe it's a clear... nope. It is a sticky, black, ungent, thick, and heavy liquid.
Can I make an Arcana roll to kind of identify what these may be?
Do you have Identify?
Oh, I was maybe just trying to see, like, can I, like, take a shot in the dark, guess what these might be, knowing what I know about magical shit.
If you roll Arcana, I can tell you about the red one. I mean, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, 18 plus 2.
Ignore that plus, it's 18, not 20.
Some kind of potion of healing.
I
Most
only have a
likely.
healing, some kind of healing potion, and I have no idea what this is. Anyone,
Alright, if I've spent enough time to put small tents out of being on fire, I guess I could come over and see if there's anything else to do. So
Sure.
I'm just making sure I don't see any more visible flames. So
Yeah, a couple of these tents are going to be gonzo, but you do manage to get
Yeah,
a
I
majority
know
of the
that.
small ones at the very least.
did what I could. So okay, and I guess I'll go back to the rest of the party and I guess just descend to ground level and be like, anybody find anything cool?
I've been too busy keeping my eyes out just to make sure we're secure.
Good idea.
You know.
anyone here have Identify for the record?
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it as, I can do it as a ritual. That's what I can do.
I'll hand off the black viscous potion.
Sure.
Okay. All right, I will spend the 10 minutes to ritual cast Identify. So.
Sounds good. Anyone else doing anything in that 10 minutes?
Checking some of the tents, I guess.
Sure. So for all the small tents, there's not a whole lot in them. You will find a number of mundane weapons that are melted together from the heat of the flames. So those are useless to you. However, a couple of the crates that were not exposed to the flame have things like water and rations in it for living out here in the desert. So if everyone wants to add 10 days of rations each to your inventories, you can.
Okay.
Going in the bag.
I think we speak for every single one of us to say that we gotta put in the party fucking bag of holding on that.
Got it.
Sounds good.
In addition, for those of you who are in the large tent, when you enter it, is set up as a kind of outdoor forge. All the tools are sized for the giant and for his assistants. The giant one's obviously not super useful to you, but his assistant's tools, if you want to take a set of smithing tools, you could gather up enough tools of those to make a smithing tool kit.
I'll grab that. No one wants it.
Never know, could come in handy. At the end of the 10 minutes, Lemmy, your identify spell reveals the vial of black tar liquid as oil of slipperiness.
Well, that sounds potentially useful. I will definitely add that to my inventory, and I'll also make sure that that I've safely stowed the iron bands of Bolaro. They were pretty useful.
Yes.
Might come in handy again. So, all right. At least, you know what? I'm not sure how scary that thing would have been without it, but I'm assuming it was very useful.
it managed to get its cone off twice, which I'm very happy about. The other times, I wouldn't have done a whole lot, I don't think. Just with disadvantage and the fact that you guys have high ACs all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
It would have certainly probably hurt if it did hit. But, you know.
Big guy. Okay. All right.
He hurt a lot.
Yes. Excuse me.
Just looting. Would anyone begrudge chance taking a short rest?
No, I think we've earned it.
I don't mind.
Don't mind.
Yeah, I'm very okay with that. Let's see.
If you don't mind, I will go to the edge of camp. If you need me, I will be over there. And Shoxy begins to kind of walk off in this direction over here. Oh, God.
Okay.
She stretches to 80 feet wide. And...
Oh.
Okay, there we go. You go over there, in that direction.
I want you to realize, I rolled all of my hit dice. I'm not even at half health.
No. No. Well, you need to add your con modifier to everything, right?
Oh yeah, okay. What's my con modifier? Oh yeah, +2, so it'd be
2 for each of those.
+18. Alright, okay, I'm at 51. I am actually above half.
Great.
That's more because of my con mod than the actual dice.
Yeah. You got 31 from your actual dice, and then 18 from the con.
I'm telling you, man, just suck out the blood of your enemies. It's good for your health.
Are you damn fair?
What? No.
You literally eat brains.
Exactly. Vampires don't eat brains.
And you also just suggested subsisting on the blood of your enemies, like that reads like a vampire. Or
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, long rest. Never mind.
Mhm.
All right. In that case, I'm just gonna do arcane recovery and recover 1/3 level spell slot and call that good because I didn't take damage. So. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it takes about an hour for your short rest, over which time Shoxy is off in the distance, sitting down in the sand for the entire hour. At one point, you can see that she has lit a small brazier, so it's kind of a little bit of fire flickering in the distance, and a little bit of smoke from like an incense smell begins to waft over the camp after a couple of minutes.
She's not trying to set up a signal flare and try to draw us into a trap, is she?
I don't know. Roll an insight check or a religion check. At the end of that hour, she will return to the group and say, well, we can either stay here for the night, take advantage of what shelter remains, or we can move on and make camp a couple hours later in the day. Make at least some progress.
I look at Chance. Well, boss.
Repeat the options, please, Shuxy, just to make sure I understand properly.
We can stay here and choose to camp in this spot for the night. This place has some shelter intact and some supplies we probably cannot take with us. We could use them. We cannot take them with us, but we can use them before we leave them to the desert to reclaim. Or we can continue to press on and make some progress towards Shije.
Could we even reach Shije today?
No, we are still several days from the city. But we should be able to see it soon.
Alright. Everyone take everything that could be of use that isn't destroyed.
Okay.
The runner.
I hope there's no complaints there, Jaxie.
Yeah. I guess I've got a question. How heavy are the ballista bolts?
I mean, with that size, they're easily...
Well, there actually is a
easily a
statistic
couple
for
hundred
them.
pounds. I mean, ballista bolts have a stat, right?
I don't know.
They don't have a weight, but they have like you can fire them from a ballista, I guess. Which has its own stat block and everything. Those ballista bolts, I mean, they're big. Like you need two people to carry them, at the very least. Xenovor is able to pick up one and fly because he's strong enough to, but in order to like transport them, you're gonna need two people probably, or a sled with some kind of pack animal.
Okay.
Like
So
clearly, it's like the ballista that were set up here were designed to be worked by multiple medium-sized creatures or one large-sized creature, aka the giant.
Okay. I was mainly wondering if anybody who had a bag of holding around had enough space to fit one in there. Could be fun later. I don't know.
You guys are full on that bag of holding, man. You ain't gonna fit a ballista in there.
Okay. I was just making sure the other one was okay. That's all. So. Alrighty. If both of them are full, never mind.
I think we filled up the bag of holding, filling it with
That
rations.
that bag of holding is a fucking workhorse, man.
Granted, I don't even need a bag of holding for the rations I am. I can carry mine just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's full.
You've
it's full
completely
of
filled at least one of them with stuff.
full of food. So yeah.
The other one's probably, I mean, just considering what you have stored away, probably halfway full, I guess.
Okay.
Just volume-wise. But yeah, the ballista bolt would be out of the question for a bag of holding.
Okay.
Maybe not for a portable hole. If you had a portable hole, that'd be a different story.
Yeah, don't have one of those. So.
And also,
Anyway.
a portable hole wouldn't be able to preserve anything we put in it. So.
Also,
Good point.
But if we put the portable hole in the bag of holding,
No!
Oh.
No!
let me store my shit inside my other shit. Oh wait, now I'm on the astral plane. Unfortunate.
Wow, there's so much space here to store my shit.
I just
wait a
There's
minute, where
infinite
am
space
I?
here to store my shit.
there's only space. Oh god.
Funny. Never thought about it that way.
You could say MySpace.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh.
Damn, you're old.
You don't have to be
Damn.
for
Yeah, and?
space.
Oh.
All right, cool. So, assuming you guys are moving on, right? That's what Chance said. Gathering supplies.
Oh, yeah,
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, gather what any supplies you can carry. And he also asked Shaxi if she was alright with that.
If we don't take
I
it,
guess-
the desert is going to reclaim it anyway.
I guess I could ask her while we're here. Is there any of that? Ointmenty stuff around by any chance? Seems like a useful thing, but if that's all burned up, I just figured I should ask. Valerian seemed to find it handy that one time.
I couldn't find any. I assume that it was
Oh, well.
destroyed or that they were out by the time we came along.
I draw the lines at undead. I'm not gonna eat their brain.
There's nothing of them left.
Yeah, they're kind of burnt out. They don't really have brains left to eat anyway.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, I'm good to move on and make camp somewhere else that hasn't been recently attacked.
Cool. So you've got about another half a day's travel, a little bit less than half a day's travel left in you for the rest of this day at the very least. During which nothing happens. So you guys can make camp for the night several miles away from the site of the camp's destruction there.
Sounds good.
So, from where you are about 3 days from the capital city, according to your map.
I sort of want to, check out this place right here.
If you want to go there, you certainly can.
Isn't that the place that's rumored to be home to fire things that aren't very nice?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's called Kiati's Crown for a reason.
So, refreshing my memory, is the capital city in the same direction as that beacon we're following, or is it kind of to the side?
It's almost like they're right next to each other. Funny enough.
Well, that's convenient.
Yes.
Conveniently convenient. All right, cool.
The threads of destiny weave themselves in mysterious ways. So, on the next day's travel, go ahead and somebody roll me d8, please.
I'll do it. Let's see what happens. All right, 1d8.
4.
Nope. Never mind.
I rolled a 4. We'll take the first one.
Beat me to,
the first one, 4. On a 4, the skies are clear. Nothing crazy happens until about halfway through the day when you see clouds on the horizon begin to kind of spread over you. And it looks like rain at first, but eventually it begins to kind of snow ash on top of all of you. By the end of the day, you are covered in ash, but it doesn't impede your journey at all. It's just an event.
So that's why they call this place that.
Yes.
Good to know.
The sand here in the Ashen Expanse is sand. It is sand itself, but it is ashen colored, which is where it gets its name. It's gray sand. It's not the traditional yellow sand. And it's hard to find maps with gray sand, by the way, which is why all the maps so far of the desert have been yellow. But the sand in actuality is a gray
I
color.
thought you were just being racist against sands.
No, this is special sand. Special sand that's gray instead of yellow. But the ash cloud does appear to be coming from the west. Not quite in the direction you're traveling, but a little bit off. We'll go ahead and remove rations for the day, and then we'll go ahead and do the next day's travel.
Okay.
You want to take that too, or you want to re-roll it?
Yeah, sure. Take the 2.
Okay.
I rolled it. Let's see what happens.
On a 2, you see traveling in the opposite direction of yourself. You see a small caravan of tabaxi merchants with a pair of camels hauling goods across the desert.
Can we? Are they willing to sell to us, or are they gonna be like, stranger danger, back off?
You go to flag them down, and Shaxi puts her hand up to stop you and says, they're not likely to trade with us. My people are distrusting of the others that have come to our shores in recent years. Don't really allow foreigners in the main city, and trading with them outside within the Expanse is rare. Only a handful of merchants choose to interact with foreign peoples, and even less of them choose to interact with exiles.
So probably not going to be very friendly towards outcasts, right?
Most likely not. You're welcome to try, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
I guess I'll I'll turn aside to Chance and say, if we're desperate to do some trading, okay, but it seems like this could turn into a fight really easily. Do we want to take that risk?
I mean, we could. I don't. Would they attack if they didn't like what they saw?
Not really, unless you plan on trying to rob them. It is more likely they will just refuse to do business with you.
I don't see any harm. Plus, we could afford to lose some points at this point. If I said that, that hurts my soul.
Hey, if you want to lose money, I know a guy.
And silver equals 1 gold, right?
Yes. It's a 10-to-1 ratio for all coins.
Except for Electrum, because fuck that shit.
Who uses Electrum?
Would they actively? Well, I mean, there's no harm in at least trying. Even if they don't, or tell us to piss off, it's. Be the worst they could do if they had. But unless they'd attack us, if they did that, well.
I think it's worth going up there to see if they want to trade. Just saying. If they say no, they still seen our face at least once. Actually,
Yeah.
that might be a bad idea.
Yeah, there's that.
Good point. Let's avoid them.
Yep. I'm all for ignoring strangers and hoping they ignore us.
Chant will draw his the hood of his like poncho so the sun's not on his head. Normally he doesn't care about that, but with that in mind, yeah, he probably has a breeze.
Sure. It's a little hard to hide your horns, but...
Yeah, but the horn's not what we're trying to hide. It's like, oh yes, all tieflings have horns.
Sure. So, I'm sorry, I missed that point because I was blowing my nose. Are we going up to the people, or are we ignoring them?
Ignoring.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, they do not pay you any mind. They continue on their trek parallel to you, giving you a wide enough berth once they realize that you are, in fact, a group of foreign travelers. Okay. The rest of the day goes relatively uneventful. I will say, at the end of this day, as the day begins to grow dark, you do notice that you can see that there is a glow on the horizon in the direction that you've been traveling. A glow that normally would denote some, like the bright lights of a major city. It's just beyond the horizon. Whoever's taking watch that night will notice that Shaxi stays up a little longer, staring off in that direction. Back to the fire.
Yeah. I'll do first watch. So.
Okay. She'll join you for first watch, and eventually she'll go to sleep after your watch is over. In the morning, you wake up, take another day of rations off, and we'll roll for the final day of travel before you get to the city.
Okay. Anybody want to roll?
I rolled before.
Me too.
What am I rolling?
D8.
1d8.
3. Roll again. 6. Well, on a 6, it's good weather again. In fact, it is. It comes to the point where the sand is more dense, not as free flowing as it was for your previous day's journey. It makes it a little bit easier to travel, so we don't have to roll for exhaustion today. So, with that being said, after the final night's encampment and the next day's travel a little bit, as you guys travel on your final day, at about midday, when the light of the day is at its brightest, you come across a sight on the horizon in the direction you've been traveling, in the direction of the glow the previous 2 nights. You see the top of a structure far in the distance. Hard to make out from this distance, but as you begin to travel closer and closer, and as the city before you begins to reveal itself, you realize that structure, the tallest structure in that city, is a massive stone pyramid with a glowing tip amidst a sprawling metropolis of sandstone buildings, monuments, obelisks, and the such, all protected behind a massive sandstone wall. You can see there is, on the outskirts of this massive city, there is a large lake that has that kind of laps up against the easternmost wall of the outskirts, wherein a small oasis community has been formed just outside the city walls. You can also see a tiny bit of the road that has been kind of desire pathed through the desert, wherein a number of merchants' caravans are lined up in preparation to re-enter the city after having traveled out on their mercantile adventures throughout the Ashen Expanse in order to sell goods or to restock for the next one. After you crest the final dune so that the city is in full view, Shaxi will take a pause and say, "Welcome, my friends, to the city of Shije, the crown jewel of the Ashen Expanse."
I mean, it beats the desert, right, guys? Right?
Seems right.
Yeah.
It certainly does. Unfortunately, we won't be entering through the normal way. As I've mentioned before, the city and its people are cautious of outsiders and unforgiving towards exiles. So, we will be using an alternate route. She turns to, I believe, David. Still has it. She says, if you wouldn't mind, I will take my cloak.
There you go.
Let us have a short rest here, and I will explain more in detail about the plan for getting inside. You guys, at this request, are you gonna decide to heed her, or are you gonna try and do something else?
Well, we've got a lot of local knowledge, so I would think any plan that she makes for trying to get in is probably going to be better than anything we come up with on our own.
Great.
Okay. So, over the next hour, as she attunes to the Cloak of Elvenkind, she will essentially explain the plan, her idea for you. When I lived in Shije, I knew many different secret routes within the city to both traverse it quickly and to make my way outside without being detected by the guard. There is one such route which I don't believe was ever discovered. That is most likely our best way of entering. Under the oasis, toward the edge of the wall, there is a drainage gate where the city draws in water from the oasis. The bars have been worn away over time and could potentially be bent to allow some of our larger members to get through. From there, we can travel through the underground tunnels, where we should, if I remember the route correctly, pop up near the center of the bazaar. Once there, I have a friend who would be willing to help us, to shelter us until nightfall, where we can begin to make our way into the Kaibara Shamas.
Sounds like a good plan, unless somebody else has a better idea. I say we go with it. Sound good to you, Valerian? David?
I mean,
Chance?
we could always just go with the front door approach. I mean, that will get their attention faster. Just saying. Also more deadly. I'm not going to lie.
We do not want their attention. Believe me. The guard at the gate are just as likely to kill potential intruders as they are to shoo them away. Especially considering there is a plague going on.
Understood.
Right now, all of those caravans are being turned away, I can guarantee you.
Well, I'm all for the sneaky approach. Make sure the hood on my cloak is up.
Get out my cloak as well.
Oh yeah.
As eager as I am to join my friend in the city once again, it may be prudent to wait for the shadows to grow longer before we attempt to enter, so we have some kind of cover.
Follow me.
Traveling around during the day, there most likely will not be anyone on the streets, but that being said, the guard patrols will be searching for those breaking the quarantine. Cover of night may serve us better. But if you are eager to enter the city, I can lead you there now. Up to you.
I am fine waiting.
Same here.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Task done correctly is always better than a task done quickly.
Okay.
I suggest the bathroom.
Sure. Everybody go pee in the sand for a bit. I'll pause the recording because I also need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Well.
And we're back. Okay. So, you guys wait for nightfall is what it sounds like we're doing. And during that time, you guys kind of, in order to not seem super conspicuous, Shaxi leads you down toward the city, toward the community that has kind of like a little tent community that has cropped up around the oasis in the wake of the plague not allowing people to enter Shije and do their business in the Grand Bazaar. And picks a spot kind of on the outskirts of that tent city and says, all right, set up your tents here where we can wait. This way we join the throngs and avoid the suspicion of the scouts, the Overwatch. As you set up your tents and begin to kind of just hang out, resting for whatever period of time, there is a rush of air outside of specifically Lemuel's tent. And you can see the flaps of his tent are being like whipped around by a wind, and you can see kind of sitting right at the entrance of the tent is a small little dust devil holding a chest aloft on its little twisting body. Just gonna stand there and stare at it, or?
I guess I will. Yeah, I guess I will just go.
That's good quick enough for that.
Yep, I'll go check out the chest and see what's inside it. So.
Okay. As you open the chest, you see inside of the chest is all the shit you ordered from the magic item shop, sans the haversack, including whatever Chance ordered, the Wand of Secrets. So your Boots of Elvenkind, your armor, and the Wand of Secrets are all inside, along with a small note. Which reads, commission completed as ordered. The haversack is going to take a little bit longer, so it is not included in this, but we will see when you get back. In the meantime, enjoy enjoy your purchases.
Okay. Too cool. All right. Well, I guess I will look around at the other party members and say, kind of look down at the boots that I've got currently and say, well, most of the time I've gotten away with being sneaky enough with this cloak I got. Is there anybody here who really, really wants to work on being a little quieter when they move around?
I don't have the attunement slot. I don't have the weight capacity.
No, it doesn't hold up the. They don't take attunement. They're just boots. Like.
Okay, you do know I'm wearing that boot of striding and springing, right?
Yeah, if that means you can't put these on, then I guess Okay, if you'd rather have those, I guess I could give them to.
No, you don't understand. That's the only thing that's keeping me moving at full speed. I need to unload it. Unlike you guys, I didn't have the shopping because I had to go because of work.
Yes.
Hmm.
He's got a lot of carry weight on him, which the boots of striding and springing help alleviate.
Hmm.
To be fair, a lot of that will be sorted once they get the haversack.
Yeah. But that's a later on problem. So. Oh well. Okay. Well. I'll still. Well, since he can carry all kinds of stuff anyway, I'll still hand Valerian one of the pairs of boots of Elvenkind and be like, well, if you're desperate enough to be quiet that you're okay with being slow when you do it, these might save your life. Don't know, but use them with my blessing. So I'll give him one of the pairs, and then I'll turn to Chance and Dave and be like, do either of you need some quiet footwear? Any takers. All right. Okay, I give the other pair to Chance, I guess, along with the wand that he bought. So
One of secrets.
Yep.
Wall
You never know.
secrets.
You know that
Yeah.
I'm like shit. Got the name of the anime. Anyway, guy with carrying a whole bunch of fucking shit on the backpack. He just tosses it and magically lands on top of his back. That's what
Yeah,
Valerian did.
Norman Reedus from the Kojima game.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what Valerian did with his boots.
It's a Death Stranding fucking pack going on.
Yeah.
Oh.
The only thing you're missing
Now
is a fetus in a jar on your chest.
Yeah. Now I got. Yeah. Now I got the world's weirdest snuggly in my head. Thanks.
The world's weirdest stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Boots of every kind. I have advantage on stealth checks now. Woo!
Going to be very useful. Plus, you may wish to leave some of your things behind once we get to my friend's abode. We may wish to travel light when we enter the pyramid. Up to you, of course, but you may not need everything you are carrying.
Do you have a market?
We do, but due to the
Let me rephrase my
ongoing
question.
plague.
Let me rephrase the question. Is there a place that I could go to that will still render service despite being the fact that I'm an outsider?
My friend is a merchant that will be willing to harbor us. Specifically, he is one of the only people in the city that does business with outsiders. Usually through proxy of merchants that he hires, but he has particular interest in the goods from, I believe it is Onyx and Netria.
Maybe we know someone with goods from there.
Anyway,
Maybe.
he's a tiny bit of a pariah, which makes him perfect for helping us out specifically.
Sounds good.
So,
Sounds good.
get your rest now. We will journey to the entrance at the dimming of the light.
I look at the rest of the parties like, could we just, for the sake of simplicity, plan for the worst, as in we're probably gonna go into the pyramid? So plan for the worst for that.
That was the plan.
I mean, Dan, you know our track records. I'm just saying, it might not hurt to prepare for the worst.
That's very fair.
You're our leader, so what do you think?
Bring whatever we can that won't make us louder.
Looks at Sam for his armor.
I mean, you could always doff the armor, pack it up, and then have at least a normal roll on stealth while you travel,
That's
and then don it again once you get inside.
That's fair. And we'll do that then.
And if you want, if anyone has the mage armor spell, you can spend a couple of charges of those to give your unarmored companions some AC in the meantime.
I don't think I have that one. Does anybody else?
Doesn't Chance have mage armor?
Have that spell?
Yeah. Anyway, the
I can cast a bunch of mage armors on us.
if you need to, is one route of you can take.
Yeah.
So
one thing I will do is I will unattune from Thundermaw.
Okay.
And I will attune to the Staff of Writhing Darkness.
Oh,
yeah. Wow.
I forgot I gave you that. Yes. Okay, sure.
As much as I don't like it, those spells are useful.
And it's probably quieter, I hope.
What's the description of that staff? I forget what it was.
I think it's still in general, so
probably. It's also
a ways back there.
Homebrew creation somewhere.
Like the only thing I used Thundermaw for was the fact that I can give myself a temporary fly speed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you get free 5th level Thunderwave or Shatter. Yeah, there it is. Staff of Writhing Darkness. It's a magic staff with inky black tentacles that wrap around it. Fun. Okay. So as the hours pass, you basically have like the afternoon to just like rest, relax, read a book, whatever. You got essentially 6 hours to spend. So if anyone wants to do anything in those 6 hours time, let me know now.
Is the merchant friend around?
No, he's inside the city. That's who you're going to meet when you get inside. There are a number of merchants outside the city in this tent city that you're in.
Okay, good.
So you could attempt to persuade them to do business with you. Depends on how desperate they are to deal business in the first place.
I'm just gonna make a demarcation in my spell list of the spells added by magic items, but like the little red dot for the record.
Yeah, sure.
Well, things that I don't get off of my normal.
Yeah, that's fine. So, Valerian, if you want to go and try and persuade the merchants outside to do business with you, you certainly can try.
Just going to end up in tears. I'm gonna go up to them. I'm going to cast guidance on myself way before. Oh no, 1 minute before I approach them, so they're not,
Yeah, I get you.
Hi.
Go up. The first guy that you see is kind of a portly, rotund, kind of tabby-colored tabaxi, wearing a kind of like a sky blue robe and turban, who is currently sitting playing a card game with the other members of his caravan, who are also tabaxi.
The Wand of Secrets a normal magic item, or is that the Helm Robe?
It's a normal thing. You should be able to look for it. So you walk up and greet them.
Yes, I greet up. Just go up there, walk up there, and greet them. Say, "Hello there."
They kind of look at you and raise an eyebrow.
Yes. Hi. Sorry. to bother you. You seem to be busy, but I was wondering if you're traders, and if you are, maybe trade. I got some stuff that it might interest you.
He kind of looks at you with like that lazy cat like half blink that they do. He turns to his companions and he's almost like he's ignoring you. Just says something in Tabaxi you can't understand.
Okay, I start pulling out the goods I'm trying to sell. Let's see. Javelin of the lightning. Eyes of eagle, and I point at my boots. I mean, you guys are traders, right? So, I thought you might be interested in some things, at least, especially the boots, because, you guys, carry a lot of stuff, yes?
He's conversing with his caravan troop, and they all kind of like look over at you at once when you start like laying stuff out. And he looks at his companions, looks at the card game they have going on. Do this. Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
15. No, wait, 14.
14.
I know how to do math.
He looks at all the stuff you have kind of laid out, and he puts his cards down on the crate that they were using to play. Picks himself up and waddles himself into his tent, where you hear him rummaging around for a couple minutes, and then he comes back out with a lockbox under one arm and dragging a small sled full of other goods in the other hand. And he kind of like wheels it out in front of you, puts the lockbox down, and takes a key out from his pocket, unlocks the box, and opens it. And you can see that this lockbox is where he keeps his gold, his spare change, basically.
Got it.
He says, he gestures in like a wide, like palm open gesture, like, and says something in Tabaxi to you. You can see also when he kind of like wheels the sled over, there's a number of goods on it. This person specifically appears to be a carpet salesman. So he's got a number of rugs available for purchase.
How big are the carpets?
There are several sizes of carpet. There are anything from a welcome mat sized carpet to like a throw rug that would cover a moderately sized room by itself.
I asked him today, are they just carpets?
He doesn't answer. He doesn't understand you.
Oh my god.
He doesn't understand
That
common.
was very-
He speaks Tabaxi.
I need a translator.
You should have maybe brought Shoxy.
I start talking in, asking not just in common, I also asking Celestial and Abyssal. It's like, what does it do?
So,
He just goes like the Rolodex
No.
of his languages,
no,
including esoteric and demonic.
I got this image in my head of. Do you know the meme video of the cat where the the girl, the owner who's videotaping the cat, starts doing like a metal voice, like a and the cat, like the ears go back, its eyes go wide, it starts freaking out. That's kind of what it gets to when you start talking in Abyssal. Like his ears go back, his eyes go wide, he just kind of like rears back from you for a second. But no, he doesn't seem to know how to converse in the other languages that you speak. The Tabaxi are very insular people.
What's the fanciest looking carpet they have.
Yeah, if you peruse his wares, there is let me see. Hold on. There's a specific thing. Because I know there's multiple sizes for this. There are a number of them. There's 3 by 5 feet, 4 by 6, 5 by 7, and 6 by 9. Each one of them basically has a different different pattern on them each, but each are equally as splendiferous as the next.
I just gestured to him, like, give me a 1 sec. I tried to go back to the parties, like, any of you know how to speak Tabaxi?
Shaxi raises her paw in the air.
Oh, come with me.
Okay. Shaxi curiously follows you out of the tent as you bring her back to the merchant cat. And she says, are you actually managed to get him to converse with you?
Yes, but I have no idea what he's saying.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I brought out some of the items I have up for trade, and he brought me the carpets. Ask him what they do, please, for the love of God.
Okay. Shaxi switches to Tabaxi and inquires about the goods and anything that they might anything cool they might do. He gestures at the four of the fanciest carpets, the ones that you were looking at before. And he says that these ones are very special carpets, as Shaxi's translating to you. These are very special carpets. These carpets can fly. They're very expensive.
Prince Alina.
They are very expensive flying carpets. But since he is not able to do business in the city, he figures he might be able to do business with someone who is clearly offering.
Okay. So, yep. So you said flying carpet?
Yes.
Are real?
Clearly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We should be comfortable with the 6 by 9, right, guys?
6 by 9 is the largest size. Just so you're aware. They have different different price tags written in Tabaxi, which Shaxi will read out to you. The smallest carpet is 20 grand. The other ones go up in increments after that.
How much is the biggest?
The largest carpet is a maximum of 35 grand.
20 grand as in gold?
Yeah. 20,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
For the smallest one, for the 3 by 5 personal carpet.
I offered the lightning javelin. Yep, javelin of lightning. Eye of the eagle, and potion. And on top of that, potion of piercing resistance.
Okay.
And you're not going to get mad if I try to offer up the Albankind boot, are you?
If you really think they're the better choice to get rid of over the other boots you got, okay.
Yeah, I you know what? No, I'm going to offer up the boot of striding and spring on top of that, not the Albankind.
Okay.
All that for the smallest one. How much?
So, what's the rarity of each one?
Oh God.
Javelin's
Looking up
uncommon,
stuff.
right?
I think so.
Boots of striding and springing
Javelin
are
is
also
lightning is
uncommon.
uncommon.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Javelin and the Boots of Strutting and Spring are both uncommon. And
Okay. The Potion of Resistance.
It is uncommon again.
Also uncommon. Okay. So that's 3 uncommons. And the Eyes of the Eagle are also uncommon, right? That's 4 uncommons.
looks like.
Yep.
Okay. I will say that you are helping Shoxy to persuade this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving her advantage on her persuasion check to haggle on your behalf with the merchant.
Yay.
What's her charisma? I have no idea. Find what her persuasion score is. +0, so it's whatever I rolled. Okay. This guy. What's that? Okay. Alright. So Shoxy essentially asks you for a rundown of what they do. Explains it to the merchant and is haggling on your behalf. He kind of looks skeptical of both her and you. But he takes the price tag of the carpet that you're looking at, and he slashes it by 2,000. So 18 grand with trade.
Wait, all of those items only took off 2 grand.
Yeah,
They're uncommons.
not only are they uncommons, but you're also a foreigner doing trade with the Tabaxi. He's xenophobic, so he's going to mark up the price for you.
Shitbird.
I want to get the big one.
I could afford the small one by myself. I'll be fucking broke as a skunk and leaving with the 7 gold, but I could do it at that price. So yeah, give him the money.
Okay. 18 grand. And all of those items traded over. The Tabaxi takes this hefty sack of gold that you've got.
I asked him, so make sure before I hand the gold over, tell him, show me how it works.
Shoxy translates. He says, the Tabaxi gentleman gets up and takes the carpet in question and rolls it out. I don't know if there's a command word. I think there is. Maybe there isn't. I don't know. Let's find out. There is a command word. Give me a second to come up with a command word. Fly. Yatir. He says a specific command word, Yatir, and the carpet begins to float off the ground a little bit. He steps on it, and despite his rotund personage, the carpet manages to hold his weight and is able to fly around. You see him kind of like take off and do a little lap around the tents that you're on. For what it for how fast he's going, it seems like it's a pretty speedy little personal carpet.
Okay, done. I take that carpet from him and give him the money and all the items.
Right. He reaches out a paw to shake your hand, says a phrase in Tabaxi back at you, and takes his newfound riches into his tent to be locked up.
Now I have to ask above game, was the carpet actually worth that much?
The flying carpets are a very rare item, so yes.
Okay, I just had to double check to see if he
definitely fleeced you, but not by as much as you could have been, thanks to Shoxy.
Oh, it is worth the fleecing.
Shoxy, when she rolled for her persuasion, she rolled a 19, which was basically the only roll other than a 25 that would have slashed the price by even a little bit. A 25, she would have been able to convince him that it could be brought down a little bit more. But as it is, that's about the best deal you were going to get. Now you have a flying carpet. So carpet of flying is an item you can search for. You have the 3x5 version, which has a carrying capacity of 200 pounds and can fly 80 feet. It can also it can carry up to twice the weight that it shows. But if it carries more than 200 pounds, between 200 and 400 pounds, it flies at half speed. So keep that in mind. Essentially, you have to roll out the carpet, and you have to speak the command word as an action, and then it will hover and fly. And it will move according to your spoken directions, provided that you are within 30 feet of it. So you can cause it to fly wherever you direct it to with your voice.
One step closer, yeah.
Now all you need is some acid arrows. You'll be able to take down a Tarask.
Oh, no. I need a fucking monkey, trained monkey, bag of holding, and portable hole.
Yes, turn yourself into Al-Khadin. Mystical hero.
More like guided missile.
Or that works.
I know what I can see what you're planning, and all I can say is you are evil.
Oh no, there's a second carpet.
Oh, that is fuck. Okay.
What?
Don't worry about it. Little Green Day joke there. All right, so you gather up your new purchase and head back to the tent, feeling very happy with yourself. The hours pass by, and eventually it does begin to grow a little dim outside. You can see that the merchants who have been basically parked and gambling all day or drinking because they have nothing else to do and no one to sell to, are beginning to light fires and cook their dinners. And at this point, Shoxy kind of stands up from where she's been resting and says, "All right, I think it is time. Gather what you need and follow me." She begins to stride out of the tents.
I am wearing the boots of Elvenkind.
Okay.
And I whisper, "Thank you."
Thank you. Thank you for believing in me.
I'm sort of broke, guys, by the way, so I'm gonna need your. Once again, I ask for your, financial support.
The
you.
It doesn't take too long to pack up the rest of your stuff, and Shoxy will eventually lead you to the edge of the water in the oasis, kind of on still on the outskirts of the tent city, but within like a stone's throw of a couple of the tents. And she begins to take off her boots and place them inside of her pack and says, "Oh, I hate this part. Okay, the entrance should be about 20 feet down. We swim down, get through the bars, and travel along the tunnel for a little while before we will pop up in the center of the city."
Understood.
With that, she hops into the water and begins to swim downward. Any of the rest of you want to do anything before you go down?
No, sir.
Hold on.
Guess
assuming, I'm gonna assume you had your guy took your armor off. David.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna spend 2 first level spell slots to both give myself and him mage armor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I guess would I need to psych myself up before doing this? Because I haven't really been doing a lot of swimming, so I'll give it a shot.
I mean, to be fair, the flying is not all that different in the way you've been flying, where you basically are just moving through the air like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's a little
I
different,
will-
but nothing crazy.
I will do my best not to try to breathe in the water. Breathing in the air, yeah, good.
That would be a
But,
good idea.
yeah. yeah.
Question though, would I have known? Hold on, before this, because actually there's one more thing I wanted to do for prep.
Mhm.
I wanted to adjust Fuego's evolutions. That allowed me to pull up. I have to pull up the summoner G doc first.
You did say we have, got a long rest.
You had a long rest beforehand, yeah. Before you got to the city. So you could have, in anticipation of arriving at the city, changed his evolutions.
So it was made aware that it was prettier than they were going to have to be sneaky breaky.
Yeah. You knew you probably were going to have to sneak in. I'll give you that. You didn't know you had to swim, so...
Yeah. I'm not going to give him a swim speed. I'm just going to mess with a couple things.
Okay.
I'm going to give him Shadow Blend.
All right.
Instead of doing fire damage, he will have Shadow Blend.
Okay. Anything else you're giving him, or is that just the only change you want to make?
On that, I just got to write these in. I don't have Shadow Blend written in the sheet.
Would you still want him to have 4 feet and just 4 feet, right?
Changeable.
He has those by default.
Oh,
He
okay.
doesn't get to get rid of those. He's a quadrupedal Eidolon, so the only thing you can do is add
Righty-o.
extra feet. You can't exactly make it go away. I mean, if you wanted to, you could add arms. Just 2 arms coming out of his back.
No. Let's see. I think he has only. Oh yeah, I forgot he can fly. I forgot I gave him fly speed.
You did do that.
Don't think I'm gonna need that. So I'm gonna swap that out for Tremor Sense.
Okay. Sounds good.
So that way he can detect anyone behind walls or stuff, so we can kind of anticipate guards.
Okay. Sure. Works for me. All right. So, anticipation of this, you have you take your different fuego. All of you begin to dive under the water and swim down. It's a little hard to see underwater, but you trust that Shaxi knows what she's doing. And in fact, you see a little beacon of light further down as you begin to swim to your destination. And you can see that the beacon of light is coming from Shaxi's little holy symbol that she keeps around her neck. So she's kind of lighting your way. As you kind of approach, you do see kind of like a square stone pipe that juts out from the base of the wall, half buried in silt at the bottom of the oasis pool. And you can see that there were a number of bars that were kind of crisscrossing the tunnel, but as Jaxi said, a couple of them have been eroded away just from time and wear and tear. Enough so that a medium-sized creature can squeeze through briefly before being able to swim down the rest of the tunnel. You all gather your faculties, swim down, squeeze through the bars, and Shaxi begins to gesture to you to move forward, and you follow her down the tunnel for about a minute before she begins to swim upward. and you are able to catch your breath in a small pocket of air at the top of the tunnel. She says, she kind of like shakes some of the water out of her fur as she's swimming there and says, "All right, hopefully that is the hard part over."
I thought it was a stereotype that Tabaxi don't like water.
Oh, we don't. We do not like water. I don't like water. Except for drinking. It has no purpose. And it's going to take a while for me to dry out my fur. But this is necessary, I think. Alright, we have 2 more pockets of air to go. Then we will pop up in the center of the city.
I look at Toxie. Prestidigitation. Try.
It doesn't
We're
help.
still in the water.
You are treading water still in a pipe.
Oh.
Okay,
fine.
you made her head dry
Yeah.
for like a moment.
Okay, fine. I made her head dry. How about that?
Great. It's immediately wet again. She's like, okay, thank you. I appreciate it, but let's do that after. Okay, deep breaths, everybody. Deep breaths. Follow me. And true to form, she will be able to lead you down through 2 more air pockets before she comes up to the final one. And in the final one, you notice that you are in kind of a circular stone pipe that is completely vertical. And you can see that the stone is like, chunks of sandstone that are kind of like constructed like brick-like around the walls of this kind of circular thing. And you can see at the top of this shaft, you see a wooden structure up top with a rope and a bucket that are kind of sitting on the edge of at the edge. And you can see also, as you kind of look up, you can see the glow from the top of the pyramid. Shaxi turns to Lemuel or Zenivor. Says, "Would either of you be a deer and go and fetch the rope for us?"
Sure. Lies.
Okay. Do this for me. In order to not be detected, I'm assuming that Zenivor will try and do this sneakily. So make me a stealth check, please.
Oh no. Can I switch out with Lemmy?
No.
I mean, you can make it Lemmy if you want to.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
I can try it, but I'm definitely doing it with the hood up. You better believe it. So
Sure. Go for advantage.
Mm-hmm. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, easy enough. So you manage to, with the hood up, kind of poke your head above the lip of the well and kind of do like a 360 casing of the area beforehand. This well appears to be in the center of an empty courtyard. You can see that there are a number of merchant stalls with brightly colored canopies kind of above them that are all closed up and vacated for now. You can see, around you, apart from these merchant stalls, in the buildings around you, you can see there are several lights from candles and other light sources flickering as people are kind of inside doing their own thing, just trying to, get by and not go outside for the time being. And considering that it's basically nighttime, people are starting to light candles for the night. You do see a pair of guards that are patrolling the nearby area, but they are about 30 or so feet away from you and walking away from your direction. The biggest thing you notice is that this well is also not too far from the massive pyramid at the center of the city. So looking up, you can see this massive, several-story monolith just above you, towering over everything. And you can see that the tip of the pyramid indeed does shine with a fairly bright light, not enough to be considered like daytime all the time here, but enough to illuminate the surrounding city to a degree where you won't need dark vision to see. You manage to grab the rope and wheel it down with the bucket so that the others among your group can climb out. I will need athletics checks for people attempting to climb out of the well.
But I have a small point of order question that might be relevant later. Tremor sense requires you to be touching a surface in order to get that, right?
Touching the ground, yes.
Well, because like we're in a well technically, so say for example, Fuego had pressed himself against the side of that well, we have had to pop our head out, or would the tremor sense been able to extend out from that?
It would go for whatever the radius of the tremor sense is. As long as you're in contact with the solid surface, I would say the tremor sense would work in a certain radius. That depends on what the surface is. Like if you're on like a floating platform or something, then obviously.
Well, I mean, of course, but I was mainly just asking like in a.
But yeah, if you press yourself up against the side of the well, you could sense tremors in a certain degree, as long as they are within the radius of your sense. Okay, athletics checks for those two. That's fine. Easy enough. Shaxi has a little bit of hard time because of her fur, but she manages to get up. 5, believe it or not, a 5 is what you needed.
Oh, then.
Thank God.
Oh, then Fuego physically couldn't have failed.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, easy enough to do. So, managed to climb out of the well, easy enough, and quickly pile onto the streets of the bazaar inside of Shije. Shaxi puts up the hood on her Cloak of Elvenkind and gestures for everyone to follow her quietly. As she kind of slinks off into an alleyway. It takes about like 5 minutes of walking and avoiding guards, which is easy enough to do. I'm not going to make you roll for it. Not at this time. To move through the alleyways and get to a humble sandstone building with a bright, like multicolored, like rainbow canopy over the entrance. Shaxi does a quick, left, right, left before crossing the street kind of look before knocking on the door. You hear a voice inside speaking in Tabaxi, yelling out. And then Shaxi returns back in Tabaxi a response. You do catch her name in there.
Can I memorize the words even if I don't know what they mean?
I'll say this. Make an intelligence check. Straight intelligence. 10. I mean, you can pick up certain words that are used in the interactions that she's had with Tabaxi people. But you weren't there for the exchange between Falarian and the merchant, so I would say that your knowledge of what things could mean, like your ability to put stuff together, is kind of limited. You need a little bit more context, and you need to pay attention a little bit more to different conversations in order to pick up more. But you see, as soon as she mentions her name, the door unlocks and opens, and you see another fairly fat, rotund Tabaxi open the door. And you can see this individual has kind of like a sandy yellow coat of fur with dark kind of eyeliner patches underneath the eyes. You can see he's wearing a little red fez on top of his head, and he's kind of in like light, like night clothing, like a vest and shirt and some comfortable flowing cotton pants, no shoes, and he looks out and says something in Tabaxi, like as in surprise. You can see like the surprise on his face, and he reaches out and wraps Shaxi in a big hug. And then looks and regards all of you, and his ears immediately go back. His eyes become slits, and he says something to Shaxi, like, "Who the fuck are these guys?" Clearly, who the fuck are these guys in Tabaxi? after a minute of explaining, the guy seems to calm down a little bit, and even looks a little bit curious at like what y'all are wearing, before gesturing you to come inside quickly, and shutting the door. And that is where we're going to end today's session, and we'll pick up with the conversation with the Tabaxi merchant next time we play. So,
I'm gonna lie, did not think you'll give me a flying carpet.
I mean, it's Arabia. I have to do a flying carpet merchant, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
That trope exists for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, where else are you going to get a flying carpet? If not the Ashen Expanse. All right, so we'll go pick up again there next week, where you guys will have the conversation with the merchant before you finally enter the Sunlight Sepulchre, going after your long-awaited goal of recapturing the Key of Dust. We'll pick up again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.